Chris Heaton-Harris is the Northern Ireland Secretary and a eurosceptic, which basically means he hates the EU. Regardless of facts or figures, in his head, the EU bad, UK good. Well, on today's interview with Sophie Ridge, he proved why his insane mentality is not only holding the UK back, but also why people like him should never have been anywhere near the levers of power. Sophie Ridge did actually do a good job of calling him out on the UK growth, and when asked a direct question, is Brexit making us poor, he snapped back with a straight no. However, when pressed on the matter, he couldn't answer why. He resorts to the war in Ukraine and COVID excuses. Here, take a watch.
You're a Eurosceptic, obviously. Has Brexit made us poorer?
No.
What? The OBRs that predict both exports and imports will be 50% lower in the long run than if the UK had remained in the EU. The Bank of England predicts the UK suffering loss of business investment worth £29 billion. I understand the arguments about autonomy, about democracy, but on has it made us poorer? You say no.
I say no.
What's your evidence for that?
My evidence is that we are still a growing economy. We're doing really well. We've had
we're the only country in the G7 to have a smaller economy than pre-pandemic.
Yeah, but it depends on which year you're measuring and where. Actually, I think people were predicting we were going into recession.
It doesn't depend on what year you're measuring. If you look at our pre-pandemic economy size, we're the only country in the G7 to have a smaller one.
So, but people. I'm a great believer that this country has got a much better future, that we'll grow quicker having left the European Union. I believe, actually, we're just about to prove that. And in Northern Ireland, we're going to prove it even more because of the deal that we've just struck under the Windsor framework. Now, I think it's very difficult to measure like with like because of a whole host of things that have happened since Brexit. There was absolutely a stutter after Brexit economically, but it's very difficult to measure that because COVID then came very quickly. The war in Ukraine came very quickly.
But that's impacted every country, hasn't it? Not just ours.
Yeah, but in very different ways, in many different ways.
OK.
So there we have it. Forget about all the official figures, forget about the actual GDP being the lowest in the G7, forget about investment stalling in the UK. You just have to believe. If you believe it will be better, then it will be. And if it isn't, it's because you haven't believed hard enough. The sooner fools like him can no longer sabotage the UK, the better. And to see the Chancellor gaslighting Brexit, you'll need to watch this video next. Don't forget to hit that like button or the join button for memberships. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.